Right, folks, day 2 at Cheltenham, and before I start, let me tell you this, I'm not very happy. I'm not at all happy. All I'm going to give you today is tales of woe. I've got something to tell you about day 2 at Cheltenham. I've got something to tell you about the tipping comp, and then obviously I've got something to tell you about ITV Racing. I always have. They've dug an even bigger hole today, honestly. They're pigging have, honestly. Wondering whether you picked up on all the things I did today, and there's probably even more that I didn't pick up on. But no, today with the tipping comp, honestly. Well, I've done 30 points today. I did 50 yesterday, 30 today. I'm on 80. Don't know what you folk are on. I've not been checking. I've not been looking. I probably might not look till Friday. I'm up to it trying to catch up with everything, folks. But we will get on top of it, and we will find the winner, and it'll be done fairly and decently and whatever else. Don't worry about that. But today, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I've mentioned the tote over the last couple of days to folks. I tried to put you onto the tote week and a half ago, saying you should play the ITV 7 placepot. If you've seen the message I gave yesterday, you'll know even more. If you didn't, you should listen to it. Yesterday, I think there was about 800,000 in the placepot. It paid 11 grand. In the ITV 7 placepot, there was 12 grand. It paid 11. Unbelievable. Today, in the placepot, there is £948,000. 948. To a pound, it paid 582. In the ITV 7 placepot today, there was 12,600. 12.6. To a pound, it paid, I think it's 2,398. Big difference. You're not kidding. The reason I'm upset, there's a few reasons. That's my biggest upset. I did the ITV 7 placepot today, as I always do. I didn't do any other tote bets today, just the ITV 7 placepot. I mean, like, they have that quad pot. Folks, let me just say this to you. It paid all right today, I think. It's the first time in God knows how long. Please, don't ever, anybody do the placepot. Do not do the placepot. It's absolutely cack. And I mean cack. There was about 30 or 40 grand in it today. Paid 10 quid. Cack. Don't touch it. You're just wasting your money. They really are. But the ITV 7 placepot is brilliant. I did the 7 legs today. I had one banker. I had final demand in the first, which came third, so counted. In the next race, so I'm out of it by leg 2. I'm going to tell you now I'm out of it. I'll tell you what I did. There's 3 horses that I'm picking in that. I know Ballyburn's great, but I don't trust its jumping myself. And obviously proved right in the end. I thought Dancing City couldn't be out the first 2. I thought if Ballyburn won, then fine. Dancing City could have been second or third. If Ballyburn bombed, I thought Dancing City doesn't fall, loves the distance, will be running on, won before at Cheltenham. It's nailed on. But I thought, no. Cover yourself, put a third in there. This is what upset me. I could have done Lecky Watson, that won at 20s. Let's face it. I tipped it up today in the tipping comp. I could have done that. I didn't. I decided to go for a Gordon Elliott one. Didn't fancy the one that comes second. Thought I fancied the one with Jack on more, Jack Kennedy. He's desperate for a winner there, really desperate. I thought he'll be rowing away, he'll be trying, he'll do everything to get it in the frame. And duly, he did. He tried really, really hard. But the one I didn't fancy, the other Elliott one, beat it by that much on the line. So, the place pot pays 2,439 or whatever it may have been. Now, I think the front 2 were both 20 to 1. Better Days Ahead was about 8 or 9 to 1. About third or fourth favourite. I think third. The place pot had Better Days Ahead come in, wouldn't have paid 2-3. Might have paid about 1,800 quid. But had it come second that, or had I done Lecky Watson, which I was going to do, more about Lecky Watson in a moment, I got it up to 48, but I never got up because I never won. 48 pence. So had I put Lecky Watson in today instead of Jack's horse, I'd have had about 1,200-1,300 quid. Had Jack's horse come second, I'd have probably had about 900 quid. As it was, I got absolutely bugger all. Not even my bus fare home. It weren't like bullseye. Nothing. But the reason I'm upset with myself is this. I changed my mind at the last. But something I'd like to point out to you all that's worth looking at. If you get the chance, go on Sporting Life. Now, you might do this, some of you already, but some of you won't. Go on Sporting Life. And if you can, if you've got a Sky Bet account, you have to log into the Willie Mullins daily blog there, or whatever it is, vlog, whatever it is. He talks about his horses on a daily basis. He's done it for months and months and months. since he's been with them. But lately, you've got to log into your Sky account to see what he says. It's all written. He doesn't talk. It's all written. Yesterday, I'm reading it. This is what I'm reading yesterday. In fact, I've not written it down. I'm just thinking of the horses, so I don't forget them. We'll go with Lecky first. Lecky Watson. He said spoke about Ballyburn, spoke about Dancing City. He mentions every horse. Said Lecky Watson. The thing is with Lecky, I think the ground will suit it, and it's got an abundance of stamina, and it's got a kick as well. He said it's got a kick where others at the end of that journey won't have a kick, so it might find some out. So I thought, well, that sounds like it could run into a place. If Ballyburn or Dancing fluff the lines, that'll run into a place. And to that end, I put it in my tipping comp today, because it was well over 10-1. I thought it's not going to come in at less than 10-1. I wasn't sure that it'd come in the first two, but I was going to put it in there. Well, I wasn't sure it'd come in the first two, but because Dancing City and the Kennedy one was going to be below 10-1, I had to put something a bigger price in, so I put Lecky in. And then when I come to do my place, but I thought, shall I do Lecky? I thought, no, last minute, do Jack. I'll do Jack, slightly less odds, but better days, it always frames, and as I say, he's going to be riding for all he's worth. Now, at the time, I'm thinking of what Willie said about Lecky Watson, but I didn't put it in there. Bit later, Bunting runs with Paul Townend up, and Mullins said that he mentioned every horse in the race again. He's got 4 or 5 more horses. And he said about Bunting, he said, Paul's picked Bunting, it's his stable pick, and I give him the free rein. He said, I'm not so sure he's got the right one. He said, if it had been me, I'd have gone for Jimmy DeSearle. What one? Bunting? No, 10th. Oh no, he pulled it up. Jimmy DeSearle, after 300 odd days off, wins at something like 16-1. Then in the bumper, talk about when you're losing, folks. I've not got a load and load and load of money to lose, and I'm already losing. And it's a losing day, and I've shut up shop at the end. I said early on today, I really fancy strong. Is it Bambino or Bamboo Flyer in the last or whatever it might be? I said, but I can't see how the price is only this. Based on what my eyes showed me a few months ago, I understood it. But based on the betting over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I thought it was going to be 10-1 or above. I thought that was the horse I was going to put in today's my outsider, and one of the Mullins hot pots as the winner, because he tends to always farm the bumper out. And when I realised Bambino, or Bamboo, what it was called, was going to be less than 10-1, I put it in to win the race. I fancied it anyway, and it did. It got me 20 points. But I'm playing for nothing. There's nothing playing for there. I had it in 2 match bets with another horse. The other horse had got beat early, so the bet was down. I had it in another bet where I was picking 4 horses all to place in the races. It placed, as did 2 others, and Galvin let me down. So the bet had already gone down, so I had nothing on it. And I thought, shall I have a dabble on it? I thought, well, it's an hard race, this 16 or so, and it's very hard, anything can win. And it's only sort of 7-2, 4-1. Don't bother, keep your powder dry, don't worry about it. I'd already lost, and I'd lost plenty of money today. And then 2 out, I'm thinking, it's won it here. This has won it. Absolutely, no doubt about this. This has won it. I thought, I'm saying to her indoors, she's in by then. I said, this one is going to win it on the outside. She said, why? I said, well, because I fancied it really, really, really strongly. Because I've got absolutely nothing on it. But, because I've had bets and nothing on it. And I said, that's the main reason. When I don't bet one, but fancy them, they win. Because it just tells me, why on earth did you not bet it? And I thought, why on earth did I not bet it? But I didn't. So that was the story of my day. I've told you more about the tote. Folks, do the ITV 7 placepot. It's a cracking bet, I promise you. I think it's got another big payout on tomorrow, I think. I was hoping it'd roll over today. I want it to roll over tomorrow to Friday. Because I know I'll get it up on, well, I think I know I'll get it up on Friday, because I've got 2 bankers in there. Not 1, but 2. Makes it easier to win, although it will make it for a lot of others as well. So that was that with the horses. So Mullins told us about Lecky Watson, told us about Jimmy DeSearle, and about Bambino, whatever it was called. He said, out of all my horses in this race, the ground's come best for Bambino out of all of them. It'll really like the ground today. So again, he said that again, and I just didn't touch it. And I'm just thinking to myself, why not? And then horse number 4, I've got it to win the race, and the Fox Hunters decides it wants to run on another course, Vanillier. Finished like a train from miles back. Made even more ground than John Bond did today. I mean, all right, John Bond, the mistake, how he got to second, I will never ever know. That horse has got a heart. That horse is a great horse. Just has difficulty getting over a fence sometimes. Concentration levels. Although on that one, I don't think you can blame Townend or de Boinville yesterday for the falls in the Champion. I thought today, I thought de Boinville gave it a really... I thought he set it off early, well short of the fence. I might be wrong, but it looked like he kicked it really short, and I don't know if that was the time of the race to go for a really, really, really long one when he didn't need to, but I might be wrong. I'm no horseman. But yeah, Vanillier came from another county to come second. I had it in my play spot, which had already gone down, but I had it to win the race in the comp, so gutted about that as well. So not a very happy day for me today. Right, ITV Racing, I've got some for you here, some absolute Bobby Dazzlers. Oh, I'll give you this first. What's this one, folks? He said he was just coming into the paddock. He never did it, so I'm doing it for you. Stand by for the Skellycopter. We didn't get the Skellycopter. He was very disappointed, was Ed. He didn't get it at all. He said, I'll have to have a word with him about that. He said a little bit later, Danny Mullins, I've had a word, he's going to really celebrate if he has a winner. You watch this. He'll really celebrate when he gets to this winners in the winners enclosure. Did that, got off the horse. Ed was very upset, said I'm going to have a word with him about that. He's let me down there. Ed likes to see reactions because he reacts to pig in everything. That was Ed today. I've got his best one for last though, don't worry. He comes last. He always comes last. Here's one I heard from Megan. Cheltenham makes you believe in magic. Cheltenham makes you believe in magic. Well, I think Jeremy Scott, is it Jeremy Scott? Or did he back the pillar? Anyway, whoever it is, he thought it was magical yesterday what happened, but I'm sure Willie Mullins and Nicky Henderson didn't think anything was magical in that champion hurdle today. I'm sure Nicky and Nico didn't think it when John Bon was at Queen Mother's Day. They never thought there was any magic there. I'm not so sure. Is it Mark Walsh on Madgebury yesterday felt there was any magic whatsoever? I never really touched on that yesterday. By far and away the best horse in the race. I hadn't been able to put his legs up. Crazy. That nearly got second. I don't know how that made it because he got all the stuffing knocked out of it. Yeah, Cheltenham makes you believe in magic. And then this was the belt of this. This was between them, but the last bit's all Luke. Everyone's so emotional. Everyone's looking up to the skies. And then here's Luke. Horses just seem to know. What? Horses just seem to know. What do they pigging know? I've just mentioned 3 horses that don't know how to put the legs up and get over a pigging fence. They don't know everything, do they? Some can't even get over pigging hurdles. Correcting myself there, you see. What was this one? Who said this? One of them said, oh, this one had help from Michael. He said help from Michael, this one did. Michael's looking down on it. Now, I know it's unbelievable what's happened today, folks. A couple of years ago, old Mr. O'Sullivan came to Cheltenham, top jockey on day 1, 2 winners. They've both come back 2 years later and won today. That is just absolutely unbelievable. You almost couldn't write it. It's unbelievable. But when they kept going on and on and on and on about it, I thought to myself, I don't know the answer to this, folks, but I know of many of you from across the water there from Ireland that probably will, because you follow Irish racing even more than me. But I'm pretty sure over the last few months, Michael O'Sullivan was riding for Willie Mullins as one of the, probably 3rd or 4th in the pecking order. And I don't think he was riding for Barry Connell at all, but I could be wrong about that. Have they had a falling out? Did he just want to go with Mullins? I don't know what the reason is. Somebody could tell me in the comment section, because there will be a reason I didn't know. And I'm thinking to myself, well, all right, it's great and whatever else. Look, I feel as bad as anybody what happened to that guy. I mean, it's really upsetting and it's wrong and it's awful. Cut off in the prime of his life. Brilliant horseman. As I say, cost me loads of money the other year when he beat Facile Vega on Marie Nationale. But I still take my hat off to him because it was a wonderful ride. And God, I wish we had him with us now. I really do. But they're going on and on and on about Michael and how he helped the horse. And I'm thinking, well, had he been here, he wouldn't have been able to help the horse because I don't think he rides for O'Connell anymore, so he wouldn't have been on its back. And they're just making such a huge thing about it. And I know he's gone, and I know how sad it is, and I feel it, folks. I really do myself. But I mean, that was the last bit that I was going to say to you. Did anybody here today, my good mate Ed? Did anybody here today hear Ed mention Michael's girlfriend? Did he mention it at all? I thought to myself, after a couple of hearings, I thought, well, if there'd have been a spread today of 8 to 10, I would have bought at 10. And I think if I'd have bought at 10, I'd have won about 4 points, because he must have said it 14 or 15 times. Now, she's been pictured with the horse today, before the off, after the off, in the winner's enclosure, having the pictures taken. She's been mentioned by Ed, God knows how many times, and others. Old Mr. O'Connell mentioned her as well. And I'm thinking, well, that's ended for today now. They've had 2 winners, both that Michael O'Sullivan rode 2 years ago. I don't think O'Connell's got much more in the next 2 days, if anything. And I thought to myself, and I want you to listen out for this, folks, how many times do you think Ed Chamberlain will mention Michael O'Connell, what am I doing? You know what I mean. Sorry about that. I'm getting both mixed up there. How many times do you think he'll mention that girlfriend over the next 2 days? Now, there's no reason to mention her at all now, because she's out the picture. She's not going to be there. And the races have been won. And the colours have been shown that he wore on Marine National. It's all done. And I'm thinking there's room for another 3 or 4 times over the next 2 days. Because probably tomorrow, early on in the show, he'll be mentioning it was great to see her here yesterday. It was great. What racing can do and what a family and how they stick. And then I'm thinking, at the end of that last race on that last day, he will remember to say, but the greatest side to this, the one that warmed the heart in this 4-day festival, wasn't this winning, wasn't that winning. It was how Michael O'Sullivan's girlfriend was treated and how she was brought in. Because that's what racing does. And I'm thinking to myself, pass the sick bucket, please. I just don't want to hear it anymore. I want them to do the job and get into the racing and concentrate on racing. That's what I want. Does anybody remember the Teardrop Explodes, Julian Cope? Do you remember Julian Cope? He did a single of his own after him called World Shut Your Mouth. If I knew where he lived now, I'd go round, knock on his door and pay him a good few quid to get him to turn up at Cheltenham Thursday or Friday and sing World Shut Your Mouth, but just change the world to Ed. Ed, shut your mouth, and shut your mouth. I'd love it. I don't think Ed would get the message, even though his name would be front and centre, but I'd love it, I really would. It's just, do it. Can't we have Nick Luck? I know some call him Lord Snooty, but can't we get Nick Luck signed up for ITV Racing, please? It's not just a little upgrade, it's a huge upgrade. If he could bring Lydia with him, all the better. All the better. Leave Dave Nevison in the studio. You've got to have Dave in the studio, in the van there, along with Ruby. You know, Dave did the betting. Ruby could tell us what's happening during the course of the race. That'd work for me. You know, there's got to be ways around it, surely. How long's his contract for? Get him back to Sky doing football. He don't bother me there. I don't know. Yeah, so I had bad luck. I'm in a bad mood. You can see that. It's not hard to tell, is it, really? I've got nothing good to say at all. But I have got something to say. Well, not good, but it could be. Captain Sir Tom, before she tainted his memory. Tomorrow's a better day. Tomorrow will be a better day. I'm going to win tomorrow. I'm definitely going to win Friday. I might not have a lot of candy left to win with, but I'm going to win on Friday. Friday's my winning day. Whether I'll win enough to put me ahead through the meeting, that's debatable. I need to win, I think, tomorrow and Friday to do that. I'm going to win Friday. Friday's a winning day. Tomorrow, I'm not sure about.